Hello, friends. This is Jimmy from Can Heaven Immigration Canada. We are live again today to answer any of your immigration-related question about Canada. Uh, Can Heaven Immigration, as you guys all know, we're here in our head office is in Alberta, Calgary. So you can start asking your questions, typing in the chat on the side. Anything related to Canadian immigration, I'll try to answer as far as best of my knowledge. So I'm here for another 20, 30 minutes today. So to take your questions of anything related to Canadian immigration, I'll wait until you guys have any other questions. You can start typing it. Just wanted to update you guys about Ontario. They got additional 700 additional nomination from the federal government to give it to the express entry and other trade skill related candidates for the year of 2019. So that's a big deal for anybody who's interested to go to Ontario. So there is a little update that came last night. And the other one was about Manitoba. They have invited another 221 foreign workers and international student graduates to apply for their provincial nomination program. So just uh, next one was about the Canada Holiday Working Visa that's now open for 2020 session. So there are three categories in that. I have put additional video over there for working holidays, young professionals, and international co-op internship for the students. So these are the three categories under the Canada International Experience class. In that, you do not need an LMIA. It's a straight work permit. You can start getting it from, and there is nothing like you have to have a particular employer in that. So this is simple. You will get an open work permit in that. You do not need any employer, and you do not need to find a job in some of those categories. So that's a pretty good area if you are interested in that one. So another update was from Alberta, the AANP. They have invited 132 candidates in December 5 draw. The score was 400. So the score didn't went down even in ANP. And as I updated another video yesterday about Canada's express entry, they have the score was 472, as I mentioned in my last session. We're not expecting a big deal in that one. Uh, from Vikram, your score is 462. Vikram, as I mentioned, there is a chance that maybe starting of next year, the score might go down. As you have seen yesterday in the express entry draw, the score was 472, even 10 points more than yours. And the invitations were only 3,200. So this is not, that's what I mentioned before, because we don't have any hope that this year the score will go down further, as everything so now is related with the PNP. So for if you have a nomination from any of the province, you might get a selection, but otherwise you have to wait. You're not that far away, but again, as score is not coming down and no expectation, as lot of provinces are relying on the straight PNP program. They are accepting their own candidates, so no way right now. But for electronic and communication engineering, you need to have the certification from a province in whichever province you want to go. So that's another one. So you can also try that one if you can get the not the nomination if you can get certification for your engineering background. The another question is what are chances of getting a NOI to knock Alberta as my siblings are in. Let me check about your knock here. You write 1221. Sir, about knock 1221 is it comes under the administrative officers and all that. So there is a not these things are not in demand in Alberta. So even with your good score, I don't think so. They will invite you pretty early. So you should select all provinces when you put your express entry profile out there. So other than that, or if you have a job offer, that could be a good idea. But without job offer, it's really hard in your knockout. Uh, the next question is from Naresh, and I want to go to Canada. My age is 43. So, sir, Naresh, I cannot suggest anything like that until I know your whole profile. What your qualification, experience, and all score and all those other stuff is. But with the 43, I think owner operator LMIE will be a good idea for you if you're not able to succeed in express entry. So in that case, you can buy a small business here in Canada, and through your business, you'll get your work permit. Your wife or your spouse and your kids will also accompany you. Your wife can get an open work permit with you, and after a year you are eligible to apply for provincial nomination, and through that in 2 years you will have your PR in your hand. Next question. I got my PPR last week, and when should I expect passport back? Sir, it will take at least 20 to 30 days, and PR cards are not that hard right now. You are getting like maybe in another next 20 days you should have your PR card with you. One more question. Being a permanent resident, can I guess US work permit? US work permit is totally different. It's on H1B because you are not a Canadian citizen, so you are not eligible for TN work visa. So you have to have H1B unless there are some other categories open there. Even for E2, the business investment visa, where you have to spend minimum 100,000 US dollars, and you will get a business visa for US. That is also eligible only for Canadian citizen. With the PR card, you're not eligible for any of those categories until and unless you get H1B in that. What's the minimum, maximum, and average processing time for it? So minimum, maximum, and average processing time. Sir, these are all different. Alberta is only 2 months ANP. OINP 6 to 7 months. SINP again like 6 to 7 months. So they are all different. I'm just telling you the average processing time. Minimum, maximum, depending on your file and your case, how you have submitted your case, and whether all of your documents are accompanying your file or no. So there is nothing like that. I'm just telling you an average because that's what when we submit our files, that's what we are getting our results in. Mm, Naresh type, could you suggest me some information? Uh, Naresh, if you want to get some information about owner operator LME, I have given my number on top. So you can call me. This is a business investment visa, but the investment is very low in that. You do not need to show any net worth in that, like the other investor visas in Canada. So you can call me there. I can talk to you about that category in detail after this chat. For the holiday working visa in Canada, that all of you guys know, it started on December the 9th. but India doesn't participate in that category. It's only on the reciprocal basis. Mostly the European countries are eligible on that. Indian passport holders are not eligible for that visa. Next one, if possible, please provide more information about work permit. How, sir, for the work permit, you need to have an employer. Then that employer needs to apply for your LMIA under your category, and after that, you will be able to get your work permit. It's not a straight work job offer. It has to go through the LMIA process, and LMIA roughly take between 7 to 9 months to get it processed, and after that, it's your work permit processing time. And that work permit all again goes from country to country. It's different. Like sometime I've seen 8 months, 9 months, year, or some countries have even 2 months waiting time for work permit. So it all depends upon if you have an employer. Then yes, we can apply for your LMIA, and we can go from there. Next one is I'm 55. Can I go for work permit in Canada? I have also tourist visa of Canada and USA. Sir, at age 55, it doesn't matter what your age is, but yes, again, you can get a work permit if you have an employer who's supporting your application. Again, it all depends upon your employer ties. If they are ready to hire you, government doesn't have a problem unless your paperwork is complete. And that is called LMIA. You need an LMIA to apply for the work permit. And after that, sure, you can get that done. Sir, it's always your passport will be delivered to you first, and PR card will come later. Mm, Next question is for work permit. Do you have company who can recruit? No, I do not deal with any companies in terms of recruitment. Moreover, our company do not have a recruitment license. We are just licensed to the immigration paperwork. I do not involve in any of those activities because employers, some employers are really good, but you guys know that employers are this way and that way also. And when it comes to some fishy activities involved with this recruitment and other processes. So we, in our last 7 years of working with the immigration, we never dealt with any of the recruitment activities for any employer. Yes, if employer is coming to our office and need LMIAs, paperwork done, or work permit for their recruits, yes, we do help them. We do help with any other company, any category, any country. Yes, we do that. But we are not associated with any recruitment companies who can help you to find a job or any employer. Yeah, let sometime we do get employer who ask us if you have any qualified candidates, then we do give the name of the candidates. We have it, but other than that, no. Next question is from Sandeep. My daughter have 433 CRS, and if you can, Mr. Sandeep, if you can send her complete resume, then I'll be able to tell you. Or said is 11:22. Let me double check right here. For the business management, there was an opportunity in Ontario this year. They did uh, give some PNPs for the business management and MBAs. I think it was middle of 2019, July or August. At that time, I did update all of my clients there. So other than that, which community or PNP she can go? PNP, she can, I would suggest you can check all the provinces here in Canada when you put your Express profile, Express entry profile in. So that will be great. Other than that, there is not a particular community or PNP or any province who are expecting a management graduates here for the PNP, because management professionals are general right now. And in Canada, because a lot of immigrants are coming here, and all those are pretty highly skilled and highly educated. So, like a simple management graduate category is not in very much demand. They are in demand once you are here, but from the provincial nomination, there is not much scope. Only scope is to increase your IELTS score, or you can find some other activity like going for study permit. Then you can increase your score here in Canada. And after that, if not a study permit, you can apply for owner operator LMIA. That's another way to get immigration here in Canada. Or if you are studying in Saskatchewan, they have opened a new category for the students to get a permanent residence. That's very easy. I'll upload another video maybe today or tomorrow about that. So keep looking for that one. Mr. Naresh, our office is in Calgary, Alberta. And you are more than welcome to visit us. If you are in Alberta or Calgary area or surroundings, you're more than welcome, or you can call my phone number I given above. You have any question? Next question is, my daughter is also coming to Canada. Where is your office? Yeah, our office is in Calgary. I mentioned before, but we do not find jobs. Yes, I can help you guys in terms of interviews, because I work with the Home Depot, Walmart, and other big companies here in Canada in corporate sector for more than 10 plus years before we move into India, before we move into this immigration category business. But other than that, I do not help. I can suggest the candidates here in Canada where to look for jobs, which are the best companies to work for in the starting. Yes, we can do help. Yes, Mr. Naresh, we do not have any offices in India or any other part of the world at this moment. So if you have any friend who want to visit us or they are in Canada, so I'm more than happy to help them even, or can answer all of your questions over there. So if you have any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll wrap up this session here now, and we'll try to answer more questions in the next session that I will probably held on next Wednesday, depending upon the schedule. Sir, if you are in Canada, there are so many recruitment agencies online, so they can help you finding a job. All depends upon what kind of credentials you have, number of years of experience you have, and again, right? So because mostly the Canadian companies, they're always looking for your North American experience if you have any to start with. If you want a pretty good job in the starting, like right away, you want your step into the company or the field where your experience is. Otherwise, you have to start from a small job, and then you can grow up in the company if you have the capabilities. Yes. Other than that, just tell your siblings or your kids, just go online. There are so many recruitment agencies, and they are really associated with the very big employers here in Canada to find you the jobs. Uh, I think there are no more questions, so we'll end this session here. Thank you very much for all of you who participated. We'll see you next time. Thank you.